So Gensler is trying to sound like he's the tough guy to get people on his side saying, look, I'll take control of this, because a lot of these guys are boomers and they don't understand what this is all about. So he's saying, don't worry about it, I've got this. So he's trying to get power himself. But, I think the US is learning about the power of the number of crypto holders and how passionate they are about the space and how much money they have. And so I think there's a game changer to come from this. I think they will, as I said, they will be forced to understand that this is not a 1934 securities law. What does the 1934 securities law actually do? It actually forces you to use an intermediary because you're not smart enough to go directly. That's basically the whole thing. Yep. You're not smart enough to take risk. Unless you've got $1 million, then take all the risk you want. You can go to a casino, you could buy a gun, but you can't invest in a startup. No. Why? Because it forces people into intermediaries, which is why the banks and the asset managers don't want change. But the behavior that is observable is if you see a group of people who fear change and change is coming, there will be others who will drive it. So disruption, you cannot put the genie back in the bottle. So my guess is there's 20 asset management firms around the world thinking, fuck it, how do we change everything?
Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that was Raoul Paul. He's spot on. This crypto asset market is changing everything. The genie is out of the bottle, and this is the reset. The legacy players who have controlled our financial options and making sure our gains were limited to keep that divide, which only a few controlled, is no longer possible. That model is not going to survive because of blockchain, decentralization, and smart contracts. Welcome to 2022, the year of the tiger, a new year that has given us the realization that the retail crypto investor collectively has power. I'm talking real power, voting power, network community power, a deep desire to create a level playing field where the most underserved can participate with merely a mobile phone in wealth building financial services. I want you to listen to the CEO of Algorand.
I think success is not only for Algorand, but I'd say for kind of the public blockchain networks broadly is hundreds of millions or billions of people are using these networks every day to transact, and I think people will be largely using them as the financial infrastructure that underpins a lot of the applications that they use every day. So kind of like an example here might be when you fire up Netflix to watch a TV show, you don't know that it's powered by AWS, but it is nonetheless, and people are relying on different forms of public networks. And so I think what we'll see is hundreds of millions of people that open different applications every day that are interacting with a chain like Algorand, and it just becomes part of their life. And I think to that extent, we really do believe that public blockchain networks will be kind of the next major public utility that eventually is just part of the fabric of everyday life in a way that will go on for a very long time.
Algorand, Stellar, Ethereum, Corda, Cardano, Binance, Tezos, OneChain, Zilliqa, Bitcoin. These are just some of the blockchain protocols that are going to be very important in the future. And I think I have my sights on the Flare network. This mainnet is going to launch in Q1 of 2022. And it's going to be part of that fabric of everyday life. XRP, Litecoin, Doge, Stellar, all part of the F assets. And October 13th, we learned that Algorand will be part of the first of the cohort of tokens to be integrated on Flare. We all should keep our maxi leanings in check. We really do need to. Hugo Filion of Flare knew the value of communities, embracing multiple chains to build not only the liquidity, but the network effect. Listen to Raoul Paul again where he helps you know yourself.
The tribalism is, if you invest in a network, you want to protect it at all costs. So you become both in your tribe, you're now the productive farm worker and you're the gladiator at the gates to stop the hordes coming. You're protecting your tribe against everybody because that is your value. And if you let that go, then it's disappeared entirely. So I get why it happens. And when you throw money into the mix or value into the mix, it becomes incendiary. Keep away from my network. You should come to my network. Because if I do that, I'm increasing the network effects of the network and I get wealthier.
Raoul Pal also knows that this space is broadening out, meaning Ethereum won't dominate forever.
It's all about network effects. Those chains are getting network effects. And I think Ethereum's dominance of the alternatives market, the non-Bitcoin market, will fall over time. Because the market's going to broaden out and find different use cases.
And don't ever underestimate the XRP Ledger. Smart contracts are coming. And the community is the most organized. It is the smartest. And there are more than 2 million strong on Twitter. XRP is not just for payments, and it's not just for banks. That narrative is false and easily proven otherwise. There are hundreds of retail-facing projects being built with XRP that is underpinned by the ledger. Jeremy and Atriumvu Hogan, they put together a fabulous retrospect video, sending out 2021 and welcoming in 2022 with a message to keep your chin up and your eyes forward. And I'll just add, be a part of the revolution and start building. Projects, all projects need all types of talent. All right, everybody, let's jump to the fluff. So we are done cleaning in Japan. As you know, spring cleaning happens just about 2 weeks and goes up until the day before the 1st. And yeah, the cleaning is done. Now we are going to participate in 3 days of relaxation. Just about everything is closed for 3 days in Japan. And if you go to Twitter, you're going to find lots of people celebrating the Year of the Tiger. This is somebody who put together a tiger in Legos. Pretty impressive. And also, of course, Kentucky Fried Chicken, always part of the holiday season. You have the Colonel in a tiger kimono. Yeah, with the karamatsu that I talked about in my last video. And this is the rice mochi. This is symbolizing the different generations that come together this time of year. And of course, put a piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken at the top. Oh, Japan, you crack me up. But there is just everything tiger on Twitter. We've got a lot of tiger nails. These are great. Look at this little tail here. We have also, of course, the very cute dog and cat guardian tiger spirit costumes. Oh, I just love it. And there was a wonderful program this morning so that you could watch the sunrise at Mount Fuji, or you can enjoy a lot of the photographs that were taken. This one is from Tokyo, looking over across the bay. And if you are in Japan, you're going to come across what's called a genkan. This is the entryway, the area of a house, apartment, or building that's located inside that's designed for the removal of shoes. And the floor is almost always recessed with a very low step. And in the genkan, there's often a getabako. This is a compartment for the shoes. And what people do this time of year is decorate on top. And I had a lot of fun looking at all the decorations on Twitter. I'm going to put the kanji in the description below so that if you want to put it into a Twitter search, you'll be able to see what kinds of things people are doing. Some of them are just beautiful, and it is an important part of the year where you can decorate. So Happy New Year, everyone, and I hope that the Year of the Tiger is fantastic for you. All right, sayonara for now. Bye-bye.